Hello and welcome, guys. It's 2 o'clock on a Friday, which can only mean one thing, pick of the week time. But I've got a really exciting bit of news for you, okay? Because this week, we are not having one pick of the week. We are having 4 pick of the, well, it's like 4.5, which is kind of like 5 pick of the weeks. I've got an amazing, and I made a really amazing shawl item. Can you remember a few weeks ago when I was with you and I launched a fantastic supply that we work with called Creativ, okay? So I brought you, and we did a 2-hour show where I did a whistle-stop tour of all of the creative products that we've got on the website. Well, I can tell you now, the section of the website with all of those products, there are 42 products in that category, has literally gone bonkers since we launched. I think it was 4 weeks ago. I was saying 4 weeks ago, yes, on a Friday afternoon. So what we've done is we've taken the best-selling lines, we've put them together in some amazing bundles, and we've got those bundles at phenomenal pick of the week prices. And myself and Debbie are going to be with you for the next 2 hours doing the demonstrations. I did tell you we'd be here, we'd show you how they all work. I'm going to start off with the most popular pick of the week already on pre-order. I'm going to do demos for you on all of the pick of the week items that we've got. It's an amazing lineup. It's going to be a phenomenal 2 hours. I am not on my own. The lovely Ben is here. And so here's what you need to do, Ben. You need to interact with our customers, find out which one they want to see, which is the next demo they want me to do, because there's a lot to get through in a couple of hours, and I want to hear from you what you're most excited to see.
There you go, everybody, you heard it from the boss. So get in touch with me, chat along with me in the comments, and let us know what you want to see. And indeed, let us know if you've already jumped in and bought any of these creative boxes, which ones you're crafting with, which ones you're looking forward to potentially taking up as a brand new hobby. But more than anything, as I say, do get in touch and let us know what you want to see, unboxed, what you want to see crafted with. We've got Rachel on the socials this afternoon. Already it is Cindy Condi. We've got Elsie saying hello to Ben, Sara and the team. Trudy's joined us as well. Lois in Ohio. Violet in NC, and Julia Tiverton says hello from Exmouth. Just to say as well, I know lots of you are going to be shopping during this show, and as it's a Friday and as we're nice like that, we have put a code together for you as well. So you can get an extra 10% off creative product. Details on your screen just here. That is the code for you to use to get an extra 10% off all creative products. So have a good look across the website. Everything is there for you, and once you've decided what you are going to be buying, type in that code and we'll give you an extra 10% off. I will be back with you in just a few moments' time, and delighted to say as well, I'm going to be speaking to the CEO of the company. I've got a very important job over here in just a few moments' time. That's why I'm sat in the important part of the studio, in the important chairs. So I'm going to do an important interview, Sara, in just a few moments' time.
Yeah, what he means is I'll do all of the work and he'll do all of the nice, but I'll run around, I'll show you everything. Don't you worry, Ben. I'll explain the products and do the demonstrations. Yeah. And you just sit down and have an easy time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right, okay, so I did say we have 4.5 pick of the weeks. Now, let me tell you, our 4 main pick of the weeks, we have got them all at awesome prices today of £50 or $70. So all 4 of the pick of the weeks I'm going to show you are all on an amazing price of £50 or $70. They are made up of multiple different components within there. All of those individual components, for example, if you want to do macrame, the pick of the week is all of these macrame items. However, you might just want to go for this one macrame bag set. You might want to go for just the macrame rainbow that you're going to do. You might want to go for just the macrame hanger. All these individual kits you can go for. They are all available on the website, and whether you go for the pick of the week or the individual kits, all of those kits are an extra 10% off when you use the code, right? But what we'll do is we'll do a deep dive into each of these. Now, the idea is, if you are serious about wanting to get going on macrame, this pick of the week has everything on a macrame front. So you've got the little starter pack. So we're going to start, you can start by doing your own little macrame earrings, and you can start with some mini macrame projects. You can build up to doing things like the rainbow, which is the one I'm going to demonstrate for you when we get there. You can also build up and do things like your beautiful dream catcher on there. You've got the dream catcher kit there built in, or you can even build right up and do something like the amazing, this is my favourite macrame project that they do in their whole kit, where you can build up and make your own bag. Now, if you were going for all of those individually, you've got the small kits at £11.99, the big ones £30.99. It is £79.13, or $114 individually. you are getting that, and that is coming down to £50 or $70. Now, what I will say is, I know we're talking to a lot of our US customers about tariffs, okay? There are items in here where country of origin is China. There are other items that are made in Denmark. For example, this beautiful rainbow kit is made in Denmark, which means that if you are shopping just the rainbow kit, the details are on the screen, there is no additional tariffs. So all you will pay is $16.99 in the US. There is no additional tariffs because this kit is made in Denmark, not in China, okay? So, and there are a few of our pick of the weeks are going to be tariff free as well. The best thing you can do is look for the blue stickers on the website. So once you're on the website, everything with the blue sticker is tariff free, okay? So that's our very first pick of the week. That's our macrame pick of the week. Now, I will tell you now, the one that I predict is going to be the most popular, it was definitely the most popular when I launched, is the crepe paper, okay? So 10% of our pick of the week has gone on pre-order. So of everything I've got available, 10% of that stock is gone. I do fully expect this to sell out live during the show. Debbie is going to be demonstrating this a little bit later in the show, and I think this one will completely sell out. Now, there are two big kits in here. There's the kit here, which is this beautiful big bouquet. So that's what you're seeing in the vase here, and you make about 15 different crepe paper flowers. And in the kit, you are getting all of the crepe paper. You are getting the tools and accessories that you need, things like your bone folder, the special glue, the polystyrene balls. You're getting the pens that you need. You're getting the stalks and stamens that we're going to use. They're all coming included in the kit. So you'll get the kit to do the crepe paper bouquet. You will also get the kit that does this beautiful crepe paper wreath. Now, I've made this one in its entirety myself. You might have seen it actually earlier this week on my Instagram, on my Facebook page. I did this entire wreath the other day, and it is absolutely phenomenal. You'll get everything in the kit to make that one. But then we also have the bumper bonus packs of extra crepe paper. Now, again, if you're buying all of those components individually, you can go on the website, you can choose and pick what you want. £72.94 is what you will see for all of those, or just over $100 for those individually. Your pick of the week price is £50 or $70 whilst we have stock available, okay? What are they saying about our first two pick of the weeks, Ben?
Well, loads of lovely comments coming through, and lots of people already saying what they want to see on the show. Julia says, I really want to see the Jewellery Showstopper. Your wish is our command. Coming your way very shortly. Good morning to Em from California. She says, I really would love to see the macrame. That is coming up in the show. And Hilary says, hi everyone from Hilary and Holly. My new favourite thing is the candle making from the Creativ Kit. Yeah, as you're going to see over the course of this show, there are so many different kits. And what's lovely, we know the majority of you are paper crafters. This is your opportunity to try a different hobby, to try a different craft, to try something maybe you've never tried before. Or, as I was saying recently, a lot of people are coming back into different crafts, like embroidery, like macrame, like sewing, all these different things. And there are so many different kits. So either relight that flame and start a project that perhaps you haven't done for ages, or potentially start something brand new. And honestly, there will be things in this show, I think, that potentially you won't have heard of before, that once Sara's demoed them for you, you'll be very, very interested to jump in and grab the boxes. Thank you also to Donna, who's watching us in Disney World. You're not on one of the roller coasters, are you, whilst you're watching? And hi to Rebecca, who says hello to Ben and Sara and the team. Keep the questions coming through. Any questions you've got, fire them through. And also let us know if there's anything particular that you want to see demoed over the course of the show. Right, let's show you some other of the deals that we've got on the show. The Resin Collection Showstoppers are already proving very popular.
Well, I've got something really exciting to tell you about the resin kit. So the resin cast here is actually made in the UK, okay? The resin components are made in Denmark, which means everything in your resin pick of the week is made in the UK or Denmark, which means there are no tariffs for those of you shopping in the US. So if you are in the US, you are wanting to buy one of our pick of the weeks to get going, what you see on your screen is what you are paying. There is no additional tariff to pay because all of this is made over here in Europe, okay? Now, resin, this is the first one I'm going to get to demo. You might have seen me doing this. This was another one that I did on my TikTok and Instagram, okay? So resin is all about, it's powdered resin. We're going to mix our own resin. We're going to create our own colours. We're going to pop this together, and you're going to be able to make your own resin pieces. Now, there are two kits together. One of the kits are going to make all of these wonderful, can you see they're like little base holders like this, so lovely little trays for your trinkets, and I use mine for my my watch or my rings or my jewellery on an evening, okay? So that is your first kit that you've got, but then we've also got the extra kit, which is your black resin. So the black resin set, that's the one I'm going to demo with. That is, and we've got some beautiful gold foiling, so I'm going to show you how you apply the foiling, how we mix the resin, how we put that together. In the pick of the week, you are getting the coloured resin starter kit, you're getting the black resin starter kit, you're getting an extra bag of the resin, and we are also going to be giving, sorry, that's my, I'm in trouble for having my, all my notes in the background here, guys. There is an awful lot in that one bundle there, but it means you can get started with all of it, okay? £110, 97 pence. Or $148. That is our biggest saving pick of the week, down to £50 or $70. 10% of this one's gone. I will warn you now, once I get to demoing this, I am worried. We're going to demo this first. This one could sell out during the show. What I will say is, those of you shopping in the US, if you are ordering this pick of the week, remember you get free shipping at $75. So you could order this pick of the week and then have a little look at the non-tariff section on the website. As long as you add items that are, as long as everything in your basket is a non-tariff item, as soon as you add something that's got a tariff, it applies the tariff to the whole order. So if you are ordering this pick of the week, and maybe it's one of the macrame kits or some of the other little bits and pieces, there's crochet in there that aren't tariffs, embroidery that aren't subject to tariffs, you can add a few of the non-tariff items, you can put a completely non-tariff order together, and what you see on the screen is what you'll pay, and will be free shipping at $75, okay? Now, our fourth pick of the week, and remember I said they were 4.5. So there is another half one I'm going to come to as well. And this is all about your jewellery making, okay? Now, interestingly, this one is in the lead at the moment, okay? Now, again, you've got 3 kits in here that we're working with. So you've got one kit that's all about your wire working. So you're going to get the tools that you need, you're going to get the wire, you're going to get the findings, you're going to get the instructions, the seed beads, the special glue, and you're going to learn how to do all of this really special wire jewellery. We then have the massive jewellery starter kit, which is where we're going to be working with clay. We're going to be doing different shaped clay. I'm going to, wait till I start demoing with this, we're going to make this beautiful set of earrings on the front here. You've got the actual clay included, as well as the special jewellery tools, the rolling pins, the cutters, everything that you need. And then finally, you've got this lovely little set here, which is all about doing your special clay. So this is where you get, am I allowed to lean in here? This is where you're going to get the silicone mould as well. So you're going to get the silicone moulds, and we're going to learn how to make things like these beautiful earrings, making the mouldings and then threading them onto the findings that come included. So again, if you go for the pick of the week, all 3 components are in the pick of the week. You can get all 3, or you can just cherry pick and get individual elements. And those of you shopping in the US, I strongly encourage you, if you're wanting to avoid paying any tariffs, then I would say get on over and have a look. About half of the products in the Creativ section are made here in Europe, so they will not be subject to tariffs.
The good thing as well, if you head to the website in the US, you will find a designated page now as well with the logo on, so tariff free. Click on that and that will list all of those products there for you. There's well over 200 products for you to shop on now. And like Sara said, as long as you stay within that section of the website and don't add other items into your basket, you're tariff free under that $800 amount. And also, as Sara keeps mentioning, don't forget if you're shopping creative items to use that code that we set up for you today as well, Creativ10. So once you've shopped all of the goodies, type that in, we'll give you an extra 10% off your creative goodies in your basket. Lots of love coming through for the show already. Karen said, I used to make crepe flowers all of the time. Might be the day that you start making them again, Karen, because that crepe paper kit is absolutely stunning. And a few lovely comments coming through. Reed's Way just says, Sara, thank you for your consideration to the customers. That is the main reason we all love Crafter's Companion. Thank you all. And Emma's just said, thank you, Sara and team, for going the extra mile to research and sort out products and bundles that we can buy tariff-free. You are the best, Sara. So there you are.
We're on it, guys. Listen, it's like day 5 post-tariffs. We are learning every day. You've seen the guys launch that new section on the website last night. Our team are working really hard as to how we can put bundles together that will mean that products are not subject to tariffs as they come into the US. I promise you, every day we will get a little bit better and a little bit stronger. So I was just excited to be able to bring you at least one of our pick of the weeks today that didn't have tariffs, and a good half of the show today can all be tariff free, because I know so many of you in the US are desperate to shop with us and get some of our amazing new products. Right, one more to see that you've already found. Now, this is a technique, if I just show you this and have a little look at this, right? This is a technique that I learned in January when I was over at a big trade show in Frankfurt, and I fell in love with it. It's called Cyanotype. Now, the reason I've called this a half pick of the week is it's a smaller bundle, which means it's only half the price of the other pick of the weeks. So it's still pick of the week price at £25.99, which is more than a £10 saving on full price today, but it is going to allow you to do this technique. Now, what cyanotyping is, it's all about, it's basically the way they used to do photograph developing years ago. So what you'll see is you get 2 little pots of this special, sorry, I've lifted them right out of your shop, Jamie. 2 little pots of the special solution. You are going to, and we're going to do it live, we're going to mix that solution. You need to leave that for 24 hours, and then we're going to use the special tools to paint that solution onto the base cardstock that we're working with, okay? Once you've done that, you then can take things like, so you get these negatives of the butterflies. You take the negatives of the butterfly, you lie them over, so you can see what we've done with this one, we've laid them over, and then you leave it out in the sunshine. And the UV rays of the sun will mean that the paper develops around it, but where we block the paper with the UV blocker, it is going to leave that imprint in a different colour. Now, once you've mastered doing this on paper, you can see you can start and do this on fabric, you can do this on other, that solution will dissolve into all sorts of different surfaces, okay? And anything you put out in the sunlight, it just blocks the sunlight from developing that base. It is an awesome craft, I'm sure. In fact, let us know in the comments if you've seen it or heard about it before. I was desperate to get the kits in to do this. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait till we get to demo that. Now, I'm going to start and get to my demoing. I'm going to go and get ready. We've had a massive surge in people adding the resin into their basket. So now, of all the stock that we have, more than half of it is allocated into people's baskets. So I'm going to get ready with the first demonstration on the resin, because that pick of the week could actually sell out in this first hour. While I get ready for my demo, Ben has got his very important guest in the studio who he'd like to introduce you to.
Yeah, I'm very important. I get all the important jobs, me. Hashtag presentation lead, you see, in Comfy Corner. Yeah, I'm delighted to say that we have got the CEO from Creativ, Jakob, here with us. Jakob, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
How are you enjoying the Crafters TV experience?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And looking at all the great products and the way you display them and so forth, it's fantastic. So thanks a lot for bringing me along.
Yeah, we love having you here because this is the second time you've been to Crafters TV, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. So so the first time it was behind the camera, and now it's sort of in front of the camera.
That's
so,
it. We must just say that was a little bit of Sara's influence, wasn't it, about putting you in front of the camera?
He was bullied.
Yeah, she convinced me. I'm much more comfortable behind the camera than in front of it. But let's see how it will go.
Well, you're doing very well, and we won't keep you too long. But just for people who perhaps are watching for the first time today, just tell us a little bit about the company Creativ.
Yeah. We are located in a very small country called Denmark.
Yeah.
And Creativ company was founded 25 years ago, and it was founded on bringing products out that was centered around creativity. Mm-hmm. So creativity is in the DNA of everything we do.
And over those years, I guess you've expanded the amount of different crafts you do, because did it start off quite small?
Yeah, of course, it started on a small scale, and now we are one of the biggest players in Europe. And we actually have more than 15,000 SKUs. And within recent years, we have developed what Sara have told you about, this creativity in a box concept.
Yeah, and people seem to really love it. Obviously, our audience here love the Creativ boxes, already been very popular. And you're very popular around the world, aren't you? Because I think, is it 46 countries?
Yeah, we are operating in a lot of countries. So and thanks a lot for all the customers out there that are loving our products and of course also buying them.
Yeah, our American audience I know absolutely love. Do you have shops in Denmark as well then?
Yeah, we have a few shops around the world, but we are much more into e-commerce or customers like yourself. But you can buy the products in many different places.
And do you find that the products are sort of ever changing, ever evolving? Are you adding new products all the time, or do people seem to like the same products every year?
Oh, it depends. So, you know, we have some good old bestsellers like some of the jewelry stuff or the crepe paper that you see today.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we're also bringing out news every month. So we are, of course, also trying to bring the latest and greatest, so to speak.
And this might be a difficult question, but do you find that people in different countries like different crafts, like the Danish, for example? Are they paper crafters, or is it more things like this?
No, I think that you know, all customers sort of have their favorite. So there's nothing to do with different countries or different cultures. You know, some are just more into jewelry, and some are more into crepe or macrame or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's so interesting, though, isn't it, to hear about. If you've got any questions, by the way, for Jakob, do feel free to fire those through as well. What would you say is the most popular craft that you do?
Oh, jewelry is very, very popular because you have the possibility to do, of course, your own touch on your earrings or whatever it is. So,
yeah.
So that's the number one. But I have to say that a lot of the other creativity in a box are so popular and among a lot of different customers.
Yeah, I think for me, as well, as I was saying earlier, it's brilliant that, you know, today we're looking at crafts like Cyanotype. I've never heard of this, so I'm excited. But so you're bringing perhaps products which people might not have heard of, but then you're also bringing back products which people might have done, you know, many years ago, things like embroidery and these different things.
Yeah, I think there are sort of two ways of looking at it. There's sort of the old classics, you know, they have always been there, they will always be there. And then there's sort of the more innovative stuff where you are showing the Cyanotype, but there's many other new innovative kits that we are bringing on to the market. So it's just following the different web pages and so forth.
Yeah, and I must just mention that as well. Your website, I had a look earlier on, is fantastic. So if anyone buys anything today, there's lots of information on your website about all the different crafts, isn't there, and what Creativ do.
To get inspired with the actual products or techniques or whatever it is. So hopefully we can inspire in many different ways.
Well, it's been lovely to chat to you. You were brilliant. You can come back again. Producer Johnny says you've passed the test, so there you go.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for letting me be in here.
Thank you so much. I know Jakob is going to stay with us in the studio and watch the show with us, but it's been lovely to chat to you. And yeah, it's nice to find out a little bit more about this fantastic company, Sara.
Well, let me tell you, it's been pretty popular so far. Now, you know how I told you a few minutes ago we had more than half of the stock of the resin kit was allocated into people's baskets? There's even more of that now. So we're going to get the resin details on the screen. This is going to be my first demonstration, okay? Now, bear in mind what I'm saying. This is the only pick of the week that we have, which is completely tariff-free. So if you are shopping in the US, all of the resin itself is made here in the UK. All of the moulds are made in Denmark, which means the kit is, the country of origin of the kit is here in Europe. And that means that as long as your order is under $800 when you're checking out with us, I know you're all becoming experts now on duty and tariffs, as long as that's the case, you will not pay any additional tariffs, right? So if you want to try a new craft today, this pick of the week is an incredible price. And do not forget, while you are shopping, have a little look at what else is in the tariff-free section of the website, but also make sure you use that code. So Creativ10 will get you an extra 10% off all of the items on the Creativ. There are 42 items that we have in the range from Creativ, an extra 10% off, but that is only available today, okay? Right, okay, so producer Johnny's like, stop talking, Sara, crack on. It's now, right, I'm going to be really honest, it is over allocated. So all of the units that we have now are in people's baskets. So if you know you want it, please think about adding the other items to your basket and getting checked out. If you wait and watch the demo, it might be sold out by the end of the demo, right? Now, I'm going to use the black resin just for a little bit of a change. So resin is all about creating your own 3D objects. Now, let me just show you, in the kit, all of the kits come with full instructions and everything you need. That's every single kit that we have on here, all comes with complete comprehensive instructions and everything you need to get started. Have a little look. This is everything that is coming in your set. So you can see on the left-hand side of the screen there, that is everything for the black resin set, which I'm using now. You've also got the coloured resin set where you're going to be able to colour tint and make your own different styles and colours of resin. And you've got the extra super bag of the resin cast itself. So a brilliant combination of all of the resin that you need to get started. What I'm going to do is, I've got the instructions out here, right? So you've got the full step-by-step instructions, but I'm going to follow the instructions with you as we make it.
Yeah.
So first thing, get your hands cleaned, right?
There we go.
So you will get, there's another one gone, producer Johnny's
flying.
telling me. I've just had the words in my ear of, we will still finalise this demo, Sarah, even if this kit sells out. That is how quick this one is selling, okay? Right, this is the mould to do the 3D shell tray. Now, this will become set within an hour. Another reason I was doing this demo first, so that in an hour's time I can take this demo out and we can have a look at how it's worked out. You get in the kit a little bit of the beautiful gold foiling.
Wow.
So you could even if you wanted, use our gilding flakes. Do you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to turn my fan off. Right, okay. Otherwise we're going to have gold foiling all over the gaff, right?
So our gilding flakes you could sprinkle into this then, yeah?
Yeah, you could sprinkle the gilding flakes in, no
nice
problem.
one.
Right, so let's have a little look. Let's get this all settled and sorted. Right, I didn't really want it down there, guys. I wanted it inside here around the tip, right?
Okay.
So let me just get a little bit of the gold and put it exactly where we want it.
Another one's gone, by the way. Julia's just checked out her Resin Showstopper.
It's
very
fabulous,
busy.
Julia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's have a little look. So I'm going to put a little bit of gold there, around the tip of the tray, all right? And then once we've got it round the tip, I'm also going to add a little bit of this into the base of the tray. So if I turn this right inside out now, let's have it right round the bottom, around the base of the tray, okay?
Yeah.
So I've actually, because I didn't do this,
and just to say, definitely no tariffs on this. I know perhaps a few people have just experienced a few gremlins. It has all been fixed, though. If you're trying to order this, there are no tariffs on this kit.
Right, look, now if you don't want this extra there, look, I didn't mean to put it there. Let's give it a bit of a rub, take a little bit of that excess off, so now we've just got a little bit of gold powder in the base there, right? You're not going to have to be doing it with the fan to contact. By the way, this even comes included, right?
Okay.
Now we're ready to mix our resin. So I've just got some kitchen scales, pinch them off lovely Christina in the cafe, all right? Now, according to this, I want 400 grams, let me just zero that again, 400 grams of the resin, all right?
Okay.
So I'm going to open up my little bag of resin, and bear in mind you're going to get more than one project out of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to measure up 400 grams of the resin. Did you see, Ben, I did a project on this. Do you know what, I'm actually just going to mix half of this up, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, might as well just mix half because I don't need to mix all of this resin. So
What were you saying? You did a project, what?
did you see the project I did with some resin into a balloon on my on my reel the other day?
see that,
Went viral.
yes.
Went viral. Everybody went absolutely bananas. So I mixed it and I poured it into a balloon and I left the resin to set and it made a beautiful candle holder.
Oh, do you know Reed's Ways just said about that? A tea light candle holder.
That was exactly the one.
Yes.
That was
She says,
exactly
is this the
one.
resin you used? Yes, it is.
It is. It's the white version.
There you go.
All right. Let's have a little look. I'm going to start mixing this. I will need a little bit more. I'm going to just start mixing this here. So if I mixed all 400 grams, Ben, that would be enough to do both projects in the kit.
Okay.
As we're live on TV, and I'm only going to make one, I'm going to just mix half of the resin. So I'd already measured out 100 ml of water, so I'm just going to eyeball, just getting myself half the amount of water.
Just to say, another one of the crepe flower showstoppers has gone to Alexandra. She says, thank you for the code. Not sure yet whether I'll gift it or keep it. It's my eldest daughter's birthday on the 21st of May. Well, whether you're gifting or whether you're keeping for yourself, there are some brilliant, brilliant crafts to try. Now, if you want the resin, let me be open and honest with you here. We have 10 chances left to buy the resin, just as
That's
Sarah's
all that's
mixing
not checked out?
Yeah, 10.
Right.
So quick as you can. There's no hanging about today.
We did one, yeah. There is the black resin. So bear in mind, I'm mixing the black resin from the kit. You could actually make up, you've got the white resin, you've got the coloured resin in there. So once you've got the resin, we're going to pour it in. So I'm going to start off and then I'm going to make sure we start and get that coming right down. This is why you've got your scooper spoon.
You what?
The scooper spoon. This is why you've got the scooper spoon.
Yeah.
That's what they call these in Denmark.
Oh, okay.
I didn't just make up that word.
No, it's just
all.
the way that you said it with your
Scooper spoon.
Scooper spoon.
Yeah, that is 100% not a word that I've just made up on the spot right now. But that's Jakob, how you say it in Danish. Scooper spoon. Oh, that still sounds Geordie.
Well, Jacob's laughing, so it probably isn't exactly how you say it. But
Spoon. Right, so I'm going to make sure I'm getting this right into all of the corners. Right. Do you know what I want to all understand as well? Producer Johnny's in my ear going, Sarah, you don't have to go at 100 miles an hour.
She can't help herself, Johnny.
problem is, do you know how many pick of the weeks we've got, producer Johnny?
He
if
does.
I spent a whole hour just on, if I took the hour, and do you know what? This is what we're going to be doing in future, guys, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be able to spend a whole show doing just the, do you know what I can't wait for?
What's that?
Wait till we do the craft-alongs.
Oh,
right?
yes.
So wait till
Imagine
you've
that.
all got your resin kits in stock, and we're doing a live craft-along, and we are all doing these together live all over the world.
And you'll have to let us know what else you want, because if you listen to the interview, Jakob telling us, I think, 15,000 different items.
Do you know,
So,
I was in my own little world getting ready for the demo. Please tell me you didn't tell everybody that.
Oh, he did tell everybody that,
Oh,
yeah. 15,000.
So that is all I'm going to hear now is, when are we getting some more creative products? When are we getting some more creative products? Can we bring this? I've had a look on the website. They've got this, Sarah. Can you do this?
Can you bring this over? Yeah.
Do you know what? They do over 600 starter kits. You know, they call it creativity in a box.
Exactly right.
So there are over... I love how you've just... Yes, I am right.
Yeah. I just did the interview, so I know.
All right. But they have over 600 kits where you can get started with crafting like this. And my plan is, like you say, to keep introducing more and more different crafts onto the website, so that we can all learn together and try these different styles together. Like I said, candle making. I was doing the candle making kit on Wednesday. I was giving that one a go. Oh, you'll be able to watch that video on my Facebook and Instagram and TikTok in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Right, there we go. That there now is full of the resin, and it's got the, can you see, we've got all of the pieces in there ready.
Yeah.
We're going to leave that to one side. That is going to set, and in an hour's time, I'll be able to turn that out. And you can see here, so if I go back to the instructions, so you can add more of your gold foiling onto the edge if you want. Once we get to here, 1 hour, you turn it out. 24 hours, it's then ready to take this and be able to file off the ends to smooth it all out, but you make sure then you put your mould straight into water. Producer Johnny, did I manage to do all of the resin demonstration before we sold out of resin?
There's 8 left, Sara.
I did really well. Timed that to perfection, didn't I?
You absolutely did, almost like you've done this before. Chibs is in the comments as well. Leanne,
I bet she is.
She says, request, can you keep me a resin kit, please?
I'll give you half a bag if you want.
Okay, she says, I want to add glitter into it and some of our pearl powders. Ooh, hello.
The pearl oh, hello, yes. I wish I'd thought of that earlier. That would have been amazing.
We'll pop you one aside, Leanne. Half of one.
Half one, yes, you can't have a whole one that have sold out.
They are very, very popular, these. If you have just joined us, we are half an hour into an exceptionally busy show with our friends from Creativ. The Resin Showstopper, you're going to have to get your skates on here very quick indeed. There's the price on the screen for you. Remember, this is one of those kits which is tariff-free for you as well. Use that code, though. Please use that code, Creativ10. That will get you an extra 10% off the price that you are seeing on the screen here. So it's effectively taking you down to, what, £45 or $63. There's the code for you. So make sure you use that. And again, anything else that you want to shop for, if you're not quite sure what's tariff-free, what isn't, we've created a page on the website for you on the US section where everything is there for you. So you can search individually if you want, but the easiest thing to do is go to the home page. Here you go, and you'll see tariff-free. There's, I think, well over 200 products there for you now for you to be able to have a look through. So you click onto that. Everything there for you is tariff-free. There are 209 products for you now as well, and that threshold of $800, and then you're tariff-free. If you do happen to shop outside of that page, so if you pick something else off the website that doesn't have that tariff-free blue label that you're seeing right there, then obviously tariffs will apply. But if you stick within those 210 odd items, including items from the Creativ range as well, you will be able to shop tariff-free. And there's loads of Creativ items in there as well. There is embroidery in there from Creativ. There's crochet goodies. There's candle decorating. There's knitting in there as well, decoupage varnish, there's loads, so do have a good look through because there is plenty for you to be shopping for. M says, I might be late for work now, but I've decided to check out the resin kit. So that's another one gone. So you've got max 7 left of those before they disappear. An unbelievable price. A lot of people have been chatting about that as well. Julie just saying, what a great deal on that Resin Showstopper. and right across the board, a great opportunity for you to be able to try something brand new. And as I've said, you might have worked with resin before, you might have done some embroidery before, you might have worked with crepe paper and made beautiful flowers before, you might have done some jewellery making. One of the crafts that I certainly hadn't heard of until it was brought here last time is the Cyanotype. I've got it right now. I think I've got it off to a T, because last time, could I get it right in the show? No. And you're going to get everything that you need within this kit. So the Showstopper here bringing you everything that you're seeing. And Sara's going to take us through how to get the very best out of this kit. But I was trying to describe it to Debbie a little bit earlier on, and I was very pleased with myself because then I heard Sara talking about it earlier, and I kind of explained it exactly right. It reminds me of the way that they would develop photos back in the back in the olden days. Listen to me. A few years ago, you know, and it gives you some amazing images. Sara will show you how to be able to create with these, but you're going to get all of the different solutions that you need, all of the tools in there as well, and it is a brilliant price to try something absolutely brand new. $25.99 today is your UK price, $34.99, and again, already people have shopped ahead. We are 20% of the stock of this collection has already gone, so if you like the look of it, grab it now. A great opportunity to try a brand new hobby. Could potentially be another one gone by the end of the demo, which we're going to have a look at with Sara right now. So here we go, Sara. Let's have a look at the Cyanotype Showstopper.
It's only taken him like 4 weeks to learn how to say it. Cyanotyping. Right, it's a brilliant technique. The kits have got everything you need to learn the technique, practice the technique, and then once you've built it up on paper, then you're going to be able to stick and do it on fabric.
Yeah.
The lady who taught me how to do it was wearing a pair of jeans, and all down the side of her jeans was cyanotyping on the jeans. Honestly, it looked amazing. That is what I'm building up to, right?
Okay.
Now, if you weren't here at the start of the show, this is the sort of effect that we're talking about achieving, okay? So it's a little bit like the way you develop a photograph, because whatever you put over the front is stopping the sunlight from exposing and making the change in the colour. For example, you could, if you wanted, put leaves from nature.
Oh, nice.
Right, so that has just been done. So the lady's jeans that I saw, she'd put her jeans, she'd put some ferns over. So it was all done with really natural elements. Anything that's going to block the sunlight, so pressed flowers and leaves and ferns.
So could you put your dyes over the top of them then?
Yeah, of course you could put your dyes over, and then it would block the outline from going. Your stencils.
Stencils, yeah.
I saw someone do it with stencils, and it gives a lovely effect with the stencils. But I like it when it's the really natural stuff. Or, like I've done the butterflies here, you don't have to use it. You could always die cut your own pieces.
Yeah.
So die cut the piece and then stick the piece over, instead of putting the dye over.
Yeah.
So it just gives you a different effect. Right. Let me show you. So I've had to go at this a few times and I love it, but I'm going to follow the instructions step by step for you, because this is what you're going to do when you get it home. So step number one, we're going to put our gloves on.
Right, always
you
important.
Get the gloves in the kit,
yes.
right? Now, the gloves go great with the outfit, don't they?
They do.
Right?
Don't know if the dance goes so well with it, but...
You've got me for Friday Night Live tonight as well. We could have a bit of fun. I'll get to keep your gloves out. Right. Let's not go there. Right. You are going to get A and B, right? Now, when this comes to you, it is not coming as solution. It is coming as powder in the bottom. What you need to do is fill the jar up with water. It's not special water, it doesn't have to be holy water, it doesn't have to have been blessed, it doesn't have to have been distilled, it doesn't have to have been pre-boiled, it's just water, right? So you just put some water in, fill it up to the top, give it a big shake, but then you must leave it for 24 hours, okay? Once you've got that in there, this now lasts for 2 years.
Wow, okay.
Okay? So don't think, oh, God, I'm going to have to use it then straight away. No, once you've made this, you've got the solution, and the solution will last you for 2 years. Now, watch how we're going to make this up. So the way the solution activates is we are going to pop. Do you know what? I really don't want these gloves on. It's so much easier for me to demonstrate live on TV without them on. If I end up with this stuff everywhere, it's a risky strategy, guys, but I'm going for it, right? So let me take that one out there. So there's the brown solution, right? And then here is the other, right, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to mix, because you get the pipette, we're going to mix 3 pipettes worth,
okay.
Right? So I'm up to 2 ml there, so we're going to go 1,
yeah,
2.
Sue's just said the only downside with this kit is we need the sun and we live in Britain. Well, get it now, Sue, because the weather's good for the next week or so, so you'll be able to use it for the next week.
Right, there's the first one. Then I'm going to take my second pipette. Don't cross-contaminate. don't, like a typical Sara would be, oh, just use that.
Yeah.
Don't do it because you don't want to get the thing. Follow the instructions, right? So now I've got my second solution. You can see it's a completely different colour. You're going to mix 3 pipettes. So it's always a 1-to-1 basis. 3 pipettes is perfectly adequate for what I'm going to be doing. I'm doing a few cards here. If you're doing a whole pair of jeans, you might actually want to use, like you might want to make more than 3 pipettes worth. But you can see the sentiment is we're not using much of the solution at all. Once you've got this kit, you have got this kit, right? Right, here we go. Now, you get, it's watercolour cards that we're going to work with here.
Okay.
You can actually use it on any type of card, but I think the watercolour card's a lovely effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the special sponge applicator. Now we've mixed all that together. And I'm just, now I know it looks awful, right? Do not worry, this is perfectly normal. It's going to look this murky green, awful colour. So it does not look very appealing like at the moment, water. But that is absolutely fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to prep up your bases with all of the colour on. And it's exactly the same whether you're doing it with this or whether you're doing it onto your fabrics. Get them bases prepped, and then you need to leave them to dry. So here we go. This mix can be used for between 2 and 4 hours. So just put the little lid on, and we are good to go for between 2 and 4 hours on that solution. But what you would be doing is, all of the projects you're going to do, you're going to get them all prepped up, right? You're going to leave this to dry a little bit.
Yeah.
Here, my darlings, is one I prepared earlier. Look at this. So once you leave it to dry, it slightly changes colour.
Okay.
So it's like this when it's wet. You can start and see it starting to dry around the edges. It's going to go like this when it dries, right? This is when you get the special tool that comes included. Now, it's not an overly high-tech tool. No. This is the tool, right? Because what we're going to want to do is, instead, you can just go nice and simple and you can just go and stick it out in the garden like that, right? What happens if a bird comes along and pecks at it? Or the wind comes and blows it off, right? So what we're going to do is, this is your base tool. So you go with your base, you pop this in. Let's have a look. Can I do 2 at once, do you think? Of course I can.
Yeah.
Of course we can. Let's get 2 of these in at once. You pop the base down, and then you've got this clear piece that goes over the top. And then you've got the little clips that are going to hold this in place at all 4 sides. So here we go. Just make sure those clips do not go over top of the this.
Got you.
Otherwise, they will obviously block out the sun.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go all 4 sides, just like this. 1, 2, 3, and then my 4th one on the side here. And then you're ready to position whatever it is you want as your sunlight blocker.
40% of the cyanotype gone, Sara.
So I'm going to pop that like that. Pop this one like this, right? Bear in mind, you can always watch this back. The stock doesn't rewind.
No, it doesn't.
Right? So you can rewind me, you can't rewind the stock.
No.
Right? Just to manage expectations. You also get in the kit, look at this. You're also going to get these little mini butterfly stickers.
Oh, cute.
So if you wanted to do some where's my right? So if you wanted to do some tiny little butterfly blockers, as it was, right?
Yeah.
All you're going to do is peel off the stickers.
How long does it take, did you say, once it's out in the sunlight?
Right, so if it's sunny, if you're in America, guys, in one of the sunny states, you're talking about 30 minutes.
What about if you're in Newton Aycliffe?
Probably 3 to 5 hours.
Oh, okay.
Right, so it can be as quick as half an hour. It can be as long as a few hours.
Right.
Okay, so all you're going to do, though, is you're going to place that outside in the sun. In fact, you know what? We could go and place this outside in the sunshine and have a look in an hour.
Because it's really sunny out there today.
Oh, let's get it out. Let's have a look. Do you know
Come
what we need as well? Liam, will you cut me a few little ferns and lie the ferns on here as well? So, and do you know what? Just in case a little bird comes along and
go cut it from all the
picks at
vegetation we've
these,
got out in the car park.
Let me just pop this down here with a little bit of tape like this, right? Right, just maybe cut a fern off. There's a fake plant over there.
Fern over there, that'll be all right.
Right, let's do this. If I'm going to get this right, then let's get another butterfly. Oh, I love how we can do this live on air, guys, and you can just experience this straight off.
Liam's literally just ripped some of the fake fern off.
How's it looking? Yeah,
that'll be fine.
Right.
Crafting on the hoof, I love it.
Right,
I love
it. Right, so we'll stick a few fake ferns down here, some fake lavender.
Yeah.
And let's hold that in place with a little bit of tape. And we're live here, you guys. It may
Faux
go
lavender, I
horribly
love
wrong,
it.
but you know what? At least we can give it a go.
Yeah, exactly right.
Right, so I'm going to stick this down now. So we're going to go and put that outside. Oh, I love that in the 2-hour show, we can come back and see how our ferns look and how our other bits look. Right, let's pop this outside. How are we doing? Is there any stock of it left?
Well, we are over 40% of the stock gone. I'm not surprised either. This is all new stuff for a lot of people, isn't it? And I think that's why people are excited, people are taking advantage, and we've got a lot of new people watching as well. Thank you so much. If you're watching for the first time, do give us a little hello in the comments so we can say hello back to you. But £25.99 for the Cyanotype. $34.99, but you won't pay that price because remember to use that code that we've put on for you today as well. Creativ10 is that code. So type that in at checkout. You'll get an extra 10% off the price that you are seeing on screen. Few questions coming in, which I'll ask to Sara in just a few moments. If you have any questions about any of the showstoppers that we've got, very happy to answer those for you. But listen, more importantly than that now, get to the checkout. The Resin Showstopper is about to sell out. That Cyanotype will go as well. So if you've got these in your basket, get them checked out and we'll meet you back here in 4 minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, briars, misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, illustrators, classics, and tri blends, and color blends, and glitter pens, and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue, applicators, envelope box creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, the big score and scoreboard, Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, craft kits, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, die stamps, ink trays, mitre tools and binding tools and toe bags, USBs, bone folders and punches, low-tack tape, paint brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, felt quick Triton pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft asphalt, press sparkle pots, Centura pan and sticky dots, pigment ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, gear of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, ultimate Pro and the rotating design board, ultimate first compendium, Sara signature collections, and don't forget discovery kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll, foam on a roll.
Hello everyone, I'm here in my happy place, should I say messy place, Crafters TV, another favourite place where I can chat and have many a giggle with like-minded people from all over the world. The inspiration and clear instruction is patiently presented and has helped me to achieve some fabulous projects. I've learnt so much. I like to watch Crafters TV as often as I'm free, and I always get new ideas each time, and it certainly helps kickstart my mojo. I love it all. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It's such a busy show. I think everybody is so excited for the brand new product, and everybody very, very excited to try out new things, try out new crafts, or as I said earlier on, a lot of people excited about getting back into something which they might have done 5, 10, 15 years ago. I think it's absolutely brilliant, and that's what these Creativ in a boxes are all about, giving you the opportunity to have everything in that one box, to give something new a try, or to get back into doing something which you may well have done before. Sara, a few quick questions. I know we're going to move on to macrame in just a few moments' time, or macrame, as you guys call it in the US. But let's just fire through a few questions because it's so busy and I'll forget otherwise.
Hit me.
Anne says, I bought the Cyanotype kits. I haven't been able to try them yet. I was wondering if you can use it on fabric. Is it washable?
Yes, it is. Once it's set, it's the sun that set it. So once you set, you are totally good to go. Wash it. Actually, the thing I forgot to mention to you is after we take it in from inside, you then run it under some water. So you actually run it under some water just to completely set it. And then, yes, your jeans and whatever you're going to make is going to be completely washable. I vote we all get this Cyanotype kit and then we do a big live craft along and we all try it together.
I love that. You've answered Karen's question because the next question was, if you wear it out in the sun, will it then continue to change? So if you set it with water, you're good to go.
Yes, so if you think about it, the only thing that's setting is we're stopping the sunlight getting through to a certain section. So once we've done that, doesn't matter how much more sunlight gets through, that's been prevented. I'm doing it like it's on my jeans. That's been prevented from getting through there, so you can wash them and wear them, and it won't reveal that bit.
Karen's asking, do you know, would it work with a sun lamp?
As long as it's UV. So when I did it, the lady that told me was in the middle of a trade show in Frankfurt, right? Mm-hmm. And obviously we were in the middle of a huge hall, so there was no sunlight. So she had one of them UV lights. You know, if you've got the one that sets your nails. Mm-hmm. So do you know what I'll try and do? I've only actually done it with sunlight at home. I'll try and use my nail UV lamp, and if I can do it with that, then I can bring it in and we can do that demo. Next time when we get the kits back in stock and we do another big cyanotyping kit, because I'm guessing that stock's going to sell out any more now. So once we've got the stock back in a few weeks and we do another show with it, I'll be able to bring my UV lamp in and we'll give it a go.
And one final question for now from Donna, who says, Sara, can I use my dies and stencils to make designs?
100%. So you can use your, I tell you what would be brilliant, any of our masks. Yeah. So you know when we've got that beautiful butterfly mask and the ferns, all of that will stop the sunlight coming through. Or if you want to make your own, use your dies to dye. Like I bet you've got, how gorgeous is our monarch butterfly die? Oh yeah. Die cut the monarch butterfly and then lay that on, and that will stop the sun going through, especially if you do it out like a dark coloured cardstock. These are brilliant questions, guys. Keep them coming.
That's what we want. You know us. We are interactive. We love the questions. We love the requests. Keep them coming. If you're wanting to buy something and you're not quite sure, please ask, and then we can answer the question for you, and then you can buy with confidence. Thank you to Leslie as well, who says, I've just got the resin and macrame showstoppers. I'm looking forward to playing with those. And Trudy says, this is so cool to watch. Let's get on to the macrame or macrame. A quarter of this stock has already gone. Details coming up on your screen here. Sara, take us through this. If we missed it at the start of the show, what do we get?
Yes, so there are, remember when I explained to you about Creativ, they do what's called creativity in a box. So the idea is whether you're just wanting to get started on macrame or you're an absolute convert and you want to go all the way up, they've got kits at all different levels. So let me show you. All of those kits are available individually on the website. So if you're just getting started, one of these kits here is brilliant for doing like the earrings. So I had these live in the show last time, and you can see in the set you get all the earring findings and you get the very fine macrame cord for you to be doing all of the macrame earrings, right? Then, and there's two of those, there's the macrame earrings and there's macrame bracelets. This is a beautiful set. And remember, this one little mini set here is going to create 3 bracelets, but you've got everything you need and the instructions and also all of those kits. I mean, I know I'm going to be showing you live in the studio, but there are video tutorials. So if you want to watch the full, slowed down, step-by-step tutorial with the lovely guys from Denmark, they are going to show you all of that in those videos. It's not just what we show you, there's all the videos from Denmark as well, right? So loads of education. So you've got the 2 little mini starter sets, right? Then we work up to our medium-sized ones. Now this is the one I'm going to demo for you now. So this is how we're going to do the gorgeous rainbow. Now, interestingly, everything in this box comes from Denmark. So because this is the country of origin is Denmark, it means that when you are ordering in the US, there is no tariff. So some of these are made in China, some of them are made in Denmark. So if you are buying this just on its own, there's the details on your screen, $11.99, $16.99. So if you are shopping in the US, all you will pay is $16.99. There are no additional tariffs. As long as, and I need to keep explaining this, as long as there is nothing else in your basket with a country of origin China. If there is one item in your basket that has a country of origin China, they're going to slap the tariffs on you. So make sure that you have nothing in there. You only have blue sticker items in your basket if you want to make sure you avoid the tariff, okay? So that is your little set. That is going to make this. How absolutely fabulous. This is what I'm going to make for you in just a second.
Wow,
Let's hope mine looks as good as this one.
I'm sure it will.
So I'm going to show you how you do this. But bear in mind, whether you're buying this for yourself to start macrame or maybe you're buying this as a gift, know that every single thing that you need to make that project is in that box, right? Now, keeps getting better because in the midi, I call them the mini, the midi and the maxi size kits, right? The next mini kit is my favourite kit they do in macrame. This is my absolute favourite. It's the Dreamcatcher. Okay, now in the Dreamcatcher kit, yes, you're going to get the instructions, but you're going to get the outer piece for the Dreamcatcher. You're going to get the special thin macrame cord. You're going to get the 2 big rose quartz stones. So those rose quartz are in, so this is brilliant. I'm a little convert when it comes to crystals. Did you know that?
Okay.
After my investment in a crystal company a few years ago on Dragon's Den, those of you that remember, so she's got me crystals all over the house. So you can see there, there you go. You get all those individual pieces in the kit, and those are you're going to get the instructions to teach you how to make this beautiful hanging piece, right? Then, if you want to really get professional, I'm going to change my mind on my favourite. That's my favourite mini kit. This is my favourite maxi kit. Right. I haven't actually made this myself yet, but I'm desperate to. When I saw this in their showroom in Denmark for the first time, I fell in love with this handbag. So you make your own handbag, and if I just show you on the back, what you get included in this kit is the actual tote bag, and then the macrame cord and all the instructions to knot the macrame cord around the bag. So you're either going to be able to watch me teach you quickly, or you're going to be able to watch the detailed step-by-step instructions on the big kit from Denmark, okay? So that there is your big tote bag, which is the maxi kit. Now, in your pick of the week, you will get all of the kits included, and you also get the macrame comb. Now, I know you look at this and you're probably thinking, oh, well, I just use a normal comb. Let me tell you, that comb makes, in fact, I'm going to take it over and use it. It makes life so much easier to do all of your macrame combing out, right? Actually, I will take it with me now. Right, I'm going to go and get ready and go and do, we're going to have a go at this one, Ben. So I'm going to go and make this live in the studio for you now.
Okay, sweet, says Carol, using the masks and die cuts. Oh, that would be great. We have some great dies. Yes, so glad I got this now. Now to try it out. Thank you for explaining the tariff, says Debbie as well, Sara. And well done to Leslie, who's picked up the Resin and Macrame Showstoppers. Just to let you know, if you haven't picked up the Resin Showstopper, oh, you're too late. Don't scream and shout because it is now sold out. Congratulations if you managed to get your hands on that. And again, shout out, tell us what else you want to see next time we've got the opportunity to get more goodies from Creativ. What other kits do you want to see?
More resin!
More resin, yeah. Keep the comments coming through, and any more questions about any of the kits on the show as well. As Sara said, you've got Sara for the next half an hour or so, and then D-Rob will be coming in for the final half an hour to show you some flowers, creating flowers with crepe paper, so we're looking forward to that. But let's get into this then. So the Macrame Showstopper already proving very popular. Let's see what we need to do. Is it easy to do, Sara?
Oh, yes. So this one here is probably the best kit to start with, right? So if you just want to have a little go, as someone who's done this project before, this is a brilliant kit to get started. Now, you get, this is your super wide, super thick macrame cord, but then you also get the smaller, thinner macrame cord. So let me just find the edge on here. And then we'll be ready to go. Now remember as well, this is the kit that is all put together here in Europe. So if you are wanting to buy just this kit, guys, in the US, there are no tariffs to pay on just this kit, right? Now, I'm going to start and do just the smaller size. So if I just cut off the edge piece here. Oh, actually, I can cut that at the end so it's frayed. I'm going to leave a little bit, and we're going to cut this one here. Now, what you can do is while that's there, so that it doesn't fray as we're working with it, you can always do like what it's done there and just stick a little bit of tape around the outside, right? Now, how this works is we're going to start, and you are literally wrapping this around. So as we're going, we're just wrapping it around and tying that all together, right? Now, if you do it the proper traditional way, as they talk about, what you would be doing here is you would be doing, you would be always knotting it or, you know, stitching it through. So you do get like a needle and some thread in the set. If you're doing a Sara and you're live on TV and you're wanting to do it quickly, right, what you could do is you could always get your glue gun out.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to get my glue gun out and speed this up with the glue gun, right? Now, I'm trying to do this at speed, Ben, because, you know,
you're running out of time.
Speedy Sara for nothing. I'm nothing if not consistent,
Speedy
right?
Gonzalez.
But I can definitely craft and ask questions if you want.
Okay, well, we're good for the minute. As far as questions are concerned, I think, Crafty Sue is asking, the bag of resin, what colour is the bag of resin in the Showstopper?
It is white.
White resin.
So you'll hear talk about different types of resin, okay? So some people have used, this is powdered resin, which is always opaque, right? You might be familiar with clear resin. So I know there's a lot of people, like there's one of the girls works for us in our Resin store. She's got a little side business on Etsy and she does resin earrings and stuff like that. So if you are somebody who loves to do resin, there is and that's epoxy resin. So that is the one that's made with chemicals, right? These are the ones that are not made with chemicals, which is why we can ship them freely, no problem, all around the UK as well as over to America.
And would you say as well, because obviously, you know, we do different soft crafts here, and you know, there's knitting, there's embroidery. Is macrame one of the easier ones to do as far as like sort of soft craft?
So people always think it's really complicated because it's tying knots, right? I'll tell you now, the first project you do, you'll get yourself in a tiz.
Right. Okay.
I can remember doing the same thing and just thinking, I can't do it, I can't do macrame, right? But actually, once you've done 2 or 3 different projects and had a little go, you'll be surprised at how you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I'm all recommending you start in the same place that I'm starting here is because once you've started with this, right, there's actually no knot tying in this one.
Yeah.
We're just wrapping it round. So you're going to learn some of the basic macrame techniques before you have the problem of starting to tie the knots.
And is it easier, because so if you have the Showstopper, as you said, you get in the maxi, the midi and the mini kits. Is it easier to start with the bigger kit, if you know what I mean? So it's less...
No.
Oh, right.
So what I would suggest is I would start first of all with this one to like learn the basics. Then I would progress on, and next I would have a go at doing the dream catcher.
Right, okay.
Because that's not difficult knots, and also it's not accurate knots.
Right.
Which means that if you are, you know, if you get the knot in not quite the right place, let me just show you, I've cheated a little bit. I've already got my other ones ready. I want to make sure I do this. Yep, so I need to go to about there. I was going to save that and show you at the end. And when I say here is one I've prepared earlier, actually here is one Lily prepared last night for me when I decided I wanted to do this. So Lily learned how to do this last night to be able to prep up my show for me to be able to do today.
Yeah.
So huge thanks to Lily, and but then also, not being funny, it can't be that difficult if she's learned it in an evening.
Well, that is it, isn't
right?
it?
I mean, I've done quite a bit of macrame before, but Lily hadn't. It's the first time she'd done any macrame.
Yeah, and that's the joy, isn't it, about these kits, as I keep saying, the opportunity for you to try new crafts, to try different things. And I kind of feel if you're creative in the first place, you know, if you are someone who, you know, is a card maker, who is a scrapbooker, you've obviously got that creative bug. I kind of feel like things like this, you will pick up.
Turn your hand.
Yeah,
turn your hand
easily.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that looks like about where I want to be. Right, I'll find that in a second. But look, I've done the blue, I've done the rust colour, and I've done that lovely brown, right? So what you would do now is you would take them and you'd stitch these together. What you do with your Sara is we're just going to take them one at a time and we're going to put our hot glue down there and we're going to glue gun them together for speed, all right? So talk amongst yourselves,
I mean,
guys.
you're obviously doing this for TV time, but if we were at home, is this still acceptable, or would you say to use a needle and thread?
So there's nothing in my eyes that can't be solved with a good glue gun, right? It's just, look at that. Now, what you will get is, look, if you're not accurate like me, right, you'll get little extra bits of glue oozing out.
Right.
Come on, though, it was minimal, right?
Yeah,
it was a tiny little bit of glue that was coming out there, right? And if you're really good about this, what you'll find is you'll get the glue in a place where you kind of put, look at that, I'm pushing it to the inside. So I'm just taking that a little bit at a time, and I'm just going to feed through those little bits with the glue gun. So those of you who are as in love with your hot glue the same as I am, right, go for it.
If you have tried macrame before, give us a little shout up in the comments. I know Rhonda's just messaged saying I did a little bit of macrame back in the 70s.
Back in the 70s?
Yeah, but this is brilliant. This is what I was chatting to Jakob about. I feel like the company are bringing kind of crafts back, which perhaps potentially people thought of sort of died off. And also bringing new crafts as well. So it's brilliant, isn't it? And Rhonda, you know, if you did macrame back in the 70s and you haven't maybe done it since, what a great opportunity to start up that hobby again and do it again. And we make it nice and easy for you for the fact that you've got everything in these kits. April Brown says, my friends in the UK always chat about the difference between our countries. Here in the USA, we say it like macrame. Yeah, I knew that. I love when Sara says it.
Macrame.
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 Both countries are unique and both beautiful. And Karen says, my cousin on the Cherokee Indian Reservation makes dream catchers, and they are beautiful. Yes.
Well, you can be making them now with your macrame.
Absolutely. I know you're just sticking this together again because another question just come through about the resin from Sue, who says, can you colour the resin?
Yes, you can. So one of the kits is black resin, which obviously doesn't colour because it just goes black. But the other one is coloured resin.
Right.
So absolutely you can be colouring that. Look at that, I haven't done too bad of a job of that to say I did that live on air, back to front, upside down for the camera. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's not too bad. That's not, now, it's not looking brilliant at the moment, right? This is where your macrame comb comes in really well, right? So let me just show you, if I take off that little bit of masking tape, at this point I probably wish I'd cut it off before I started, instead of having to do this live on the show. But this is absolutely brilliant, this macrame comb. As somebody who has tried many a crafting project at home and not had a macrame comb, because I've never owned a macrame comb until Creativ's macrame comb came into stock, right? And let me tell you, I keep trying to use my hairbrush.
Oh, it doesn't work.
And it's just not quite the same. So, come on, guy. Come on, you come off there. This is why I love live TV, Ben.
Carol just said, back in the 70s, we used to make big hanging planter baskets and hammocks, wall hanging. It was fun. This is what I'm talking about, like, sort of revitalising and revisiting all of these crafts which you potentially might have done. Right, you've got your comb ready. Here we go.
Comb ready, right? So watch this. So live comb demo, right? You just come in and you look at that. Look how quick and easy that was. Brushing it down, brushing it down. Right. How ridiculously easy was that, right? I'm going to do the same here. Obviously, we don't need all of this one here. So once we've got to that stage, you're just combing it down. Now, obviously, when you're doing it at home, guys, you will not have the pressure of live TV and having to, like, you'll have got these ends perfect, right? But you can see there, look how easy it was once I did all of that combing. And then you just come along with your scissors.
I'm just neating it off.
Yeah. So if you're very serious about doing some macrame, you need a macrame comb, right? So there we go. Producer Johnny says that was like his fringe in the 90s.
He never had hair like that, ever.
I tell you what, that is not too bad. That
That's very
just
good.
A little bit round there. But for a live demo on TV for the first time, that I'm pretty happy with that as a start. But live in 7 minutes, guys. Live in 7 minutes.
Round of applause, was that, isn't it? I love that. Julia says, request, can we have the shrink plastic kits, please? I used to love it.
I love it now. So you're crawling all over the Creativ website, putting your requests in now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we've kind of opened up a can of worms there, haven't we? By telling you they've got 15,000 different projects. You'll find them and have a little bit of a look. Let us know. Crafty Sue says, I tried a couple of years ago and didn't get macrame, but I only had written instructions and couldn't follow them, so I gave up. Well, this might be the way forward for you because you've got all the instructions within the box, and if you go over to the Creativ website as well, there is tutorials there for you. There are videos. It's a very, I had a good look earlier on. It's a brilliant website, very, very thorough. So plenty to kind of help you. And of course, we're going to be doing more shows with Creativ product here on Crafters TV. So, you know, craft-alongs, masterclasses, all these different kind of things. So you'll have the Creativ website to be able to go to. And of course, you can keep coming back to us following these shows as we kind of go through all of the different boxes for you. So all the help that you need is going to be there. So give it a go, give it a try. Macrame Showstopper proving very, very popular indeed. Alexandra says, I do remember my late mum doing macrame when I still lived at home. I moved out in 1978. She was massively clever with her hands, sewing, knitting, crochet. macrame, tatting, you name it, she did it, says Alexandra. And as I say, this is what I love, bringing back those crafts perhaps which you haven't done for many years. And don't forget the deals that we are bringing you on this show. You're going to find tariff-free everything as far as the US is concerned, which is tariff-free. We've put on a section on the website for you, so it's basically all of the blue logoed items, blue stickered items. But if you don't want to kind of search through individually, just go to the home page. You'll see the page you can click on. Here it is, in fact. We can just quickly show you. There you go, tariff free. The guys have been working so hard behind the scenes to try and make it an easier shopping experience for you. I know things are difficult at the minute, but here we go. You click on that, and then that will basically give you all of the tariff free items that we've got currently. If you shop within that section, you can spend up to $800 without getting a tariff. However, if you do shop outside of that, or you go over that 800 sort of threshold, then you will incur the tariffs, which will show at the checkout for you. But if you shop within that section of the website, you are good to go. As I say, the team have been working very, very hard behind the scenes to make the shopping experience easy for you. And as Sara says, it's what is it, day 3, day 4, day 5, something like that. We're learning as we go. We are learning as we go. And that's what this show is about, learning as we go. From resin making to macrame, to with Debbie in just a little while, going to be looking at making beautiful crepe paper flowers. But I know a lot of interest, and Jakob was talking about this a little bit earlier on, the jewellery making. That's something else that you can do straight out of the box with Creativ. This has already proved very popular, Sara, so let's see what we got.
Yes, so I'm going to demonstrate with this jewellery making kit. So this is the one that is all about your clay. Now, as Jakob was saying, they do a lot of different jewellery making kits at Creativ. So we've chosen the first couple to get you started. If you want to go with just this kit, you can obviously get just this kit. And we've got all of the individual kits. The reason I've chosen this one is this has got a lot of tools in, which is a brilliant way to start. But if you have a little look at the entire pick of the week, you'll see all of the different kits that we've got here. So you've got that lovely big, as I call them, the maxi kits.
Yes.
So you've got the maxi jewellery making starter kit at the top here, but then you've also got, so this is a totally different style of jewellery making. This one is the one using the little mould, so that what we can do is we can take the clay that comes, press it into the little moulds, and we're going to press it into the moulds, let it set like that, and then we can make our own pieces. So whether it's your, I mean, look, there's a beautiful little bracelet that we've got here, or you've got the earrings as well, and you've got all of the findings to go with that. But then also, if I come along here, this is the little jewellery making kit here, which is the one that comes with all of the wire. So this is so that you can be doing all of the wire. And what I loved is, again, you've got all the instructions showing you how to do all of the different wire findings. And bear in mind, you're going to be getting that tool. If you've gone for the starter kit, it's got everything you need in, which includes the tools that you're going to need. That's why I included the big toolkit in here. And then the mini kits, the little tiny one here. So that's just your little mini set, which has got some of the special wire, the seed beads, so you can have a go at making the little bracelet. So this one here has got 4-piece. So when it says a 4-piece showstopper, that's because it's 4 of our creativity in a box, little starter kits to get going. And everything you need. So it always shows you on the back of the box exactly what comes included there and what you're going to be doing, right? So I'm going to go, and first of all, and I'm going to have a go with the big kit, Ben, all right?
Comments still coming through. Jeffrey says we need some hooking kits. Did pillows and piano bench hook rugs, says Jeffrey. And Cindy says, I'm so happy to see, yes, we noticed this the other day as well, actually yesterday, was so happy to see the stash and store boxes were tariff free. She says, I've just added one of those to my resin order. Yep, there's loads of items there for you. Get them checked out. The stash and store boxes will be very, very popular, as they always are. Right, I reckon by my watch, we've got about 15 minutes left with Sara before D-Rob takes over. So let's get cracking.
Oh yeah, and you know D-Rob's doing the crepe flowers.
Yes.
So you can look forward to that one, right? So I'm going to have a go, and I'm going to get out here and start with the clay.
Okay.
Now, this is oven dry clay, so it's not going to dry in the air. It's going to need to be set in the oven, which is brilliant for those of you that want to keep using it. Because what I would do now is I would fold that over, and I would seal that shut so that you know that you've got all those colours of clay and they're not going to dry. I love a bit of air dry clay for convenience, but the worst thing is when you come, if you don't use it all the day you open it, it goes to waste, right? So this is lovely. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start and mould this in my fingers, and I'm going to go, can you see I've done the necklace?
Oh yeah.
I've done the necklace, and I'm going to do the matching earrings to go with it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little bit out. You get the little mini rolling pin with it. So I'm just going to roll this out nice and flat, Now, if you ever want to do this where it's the same, do you know you just put an elastic band around both sides? So if you put an elastic band around both sides, this will roll it to exactly the same thickness on both sides because it will go to the thickness of the elastic band, right? So a little bit of a top tip there.
Very good.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of these little pieces of black, and what you can do is you just take these little pieces of black, you see, and you just pop the little pieces of black into the other bits of the clay.
Right.
Now on that, on the one that I've done there, I've got some bits of black and some bits of brown, but you're only using little tiny amounts to get the kind of speckled effect.
Yeah.
Come on, in you go. Not quite the speckle I was after, but you get the idea. Again, guys, when you're doing this, you won't be live on TV doing this under immense time pressure with producer Johnny giving you the updates of, do you know more than half of the stock's in people's baskets, Sarah, so it could sell out before the end of the demo, right? So just so that you all know. But you could, in the instructions, if I just show you the instructions here while I'm going, there's loads and loads of ideas and teaching you of how to put these different pieces together. And remember, I think most of you will actually like to do this and follow the videos that come included.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can see the lovely colleagues over in Denmark. Every one of these articles has extra videos, and of course, the longer we have them in stock here, the more Crafters TV videos that we'll have for you to come back and watch, right?
Yeah.
So there's the base. Now I've got that in, I'm going to roll them all into place. Oh, look, I've gone slightly bigger on there, but you've got the idea. We're rolling all that into place. Now, watch these. These little cutters are lovely, because if we're doing a necklace, watch this. I might cut the largest piece like this, right? So I'm going to cut that, lift you out of there and get you this one. But then actually, I'm going to use the smaller piece to cut me. So can you see it's got like a hole on the inside?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to cut that. There we go. So that when I lift this out, this is going to set like that. So it's going to be like an open piece. And then if you want, let me just get this little piece of it. Watch
Can I just be honest with you as well? We're very busy with these. I'll tell you, we've only got 20 more of these left. That's it. 20 more of these showstoppers left, the full showstopper, and then they're gone. And we've got plenty of people with these in their basket as well, so quick as you can. Thank you also to Donna, who says, I've just checked out the soap and soap colours, and also the kintsugi coasters as well.
See, there's loads of other kits that we haven't featured, and we will do more shows with more different items, but I think a lot of you in the US have got excited about the ones that are tariff-free.
Exactly right.
I know both of those are tariff-free ones, right?
Yes.
Now, can you see what I've done there? I've used the pokey tool just to put a hole in the top of here and a hole in the top of there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to transfer those onto a baking sheet, and you're going to pop them in the oven. Look at this, 120 degrees for 18 minutes, right? So it's all got all the instructions, and what I would be doing is, as you can see, they're doing the instructions here. They've got all of their different pieces ready. There's what you've just seen me do. Cut the outer one, cut the inner one to go with it. I love these shapings, they're just a little bit different. Get them all ready, bake them in the oven. Once they're ready, then we're ready to do the pieces. Now, something else I wanted to show you that I think is really super cute with this one, right? So let me just pick that up, and then we transfer that onto the, let's pretend this is a baking tray over here.
Yeah.
And then let's pretend this is a baking tray over here, right? Let's imagine that we've done, let's get a little bit more of this colour, right? And we're going to take a bit more. And actually, what I might do is I might mix it with this black so that we get some sort of like a different special, like a speckled effect, right? So I've got that speckled effect going on. And it just, so there you go, so it's just another, I'm just being creative, quite literally.
There you go.
Right, quite literally.
Oh, that's
so,
cool.
I've got like the marble, so that's how you do a marbled effect.
Yeah.
You've obviously seen a dotty effect, right? But once we've got this all rolled up, you also get a special rolling pin if you want to put texture on it, right?
Ah, okay.
So let me just get all this up there, right? So that's ready to go, right? Here is my texture rolling pin. Also
that's
comes
brilliant.
included in the kit. So all you want to do, like an embossing folder,
Yeah.
roll that over, then you've got the
nice.
texture on there. Then I can come in, say I wanted to do a nice big necklace with a big piece here. I'm going to cut this out like this, right? So now what I've got is I've got that lovely big piece for a necklace. And now if I know I want to do a necklace, I'm going to take my pokey tool, which I've put here, like this, and I'm going to put a nice big hole in the top like this, so that now, once I lift that up, that is going to be ready to go straight into the oven.
Yeah.
To make into a little necklace as well.
How long do you say it takes? About 18 minutes?
18 minutes.
Ah, brilliant.
Come on, Sarah. I'm not doing this very well, but you've got the idea. once I lay that back out, right, I'm going to just smooth that around like that. That is ready to go in the oven, and you've got that next pattern. So you're just going to add all those on. Now, what I wanted to show you before we move on, because I wanted to squeeze a little candle making demo in, if that's all right, before we go. What I want to show you is when you come to want to make it into a piece of jewellery, right? So you've got all of the findings, and you've also got like all of the earring findings and whatnot. So you can either put this onto an earring that's the, what do you call it, with like a butterfly on the back, or you can put it onto an earring that hooks through. So watch what we're going to do is you're going to take the little findings tool here, don't you go roll about, right? You just twist this, right? We're just going to open this up. Oh, sorry, took that one off. Let me show you on this one here. Might be easier for the camera to see, right? So you just twist. So when you hold it and you twist it open, okay? We'll get our little hoop. You pop the hoop on, and then you twist it shut. All right? So you've got that. So we've now got the hoop on. Then what we can do is we open our hoop. Now, you never open the hoop open like that.
No.
You always twist it away from yourself like this, so that you don't pull them out of shape. So once we've got that, we can go onto the middle one. So we can hook this one on here, she says, and then we can take this and we can fold this back up into place, all right? And then I'm going to take my next little piece of chain, right? So we're going to take this off, hook it off, hook this one on, and actually once we've got the first piece hooked on, we can come and hook the second piece on.
Oh, yeah.
So there's my second piece that I've got.
This is so cool.
Yeah, and you're going to hook the second piece. Oh, come on, Sarah.
My Daisy would like to do this.
Well, why don't you get her a kit?
Well, I think I might do. I was just thinking about that. It's her birthday soon.
Yeah,
I
think she'd love this.
I think because she's proper into her jewellery at the minute. It's like I could see her doing this. 19 left. Save one for me, everybody.
There we go. Now we've made that into a little earring. So it just shows you, and then we've got the earring with the matching necklace. So bear in mind, you get loads of findings in the kit to be able to make it, but loads of clay. And then, of course, we've got all of the extra stock so that when you want to come back, you've got the tools, you might just need to buy more of the clay. That's what will build up in the collection as we go over time.
There's less than 20 of those left now, so if you do want to get those into your basket, you're going to have to be quick. It's been such a busy show. Very, very busy. Karen says it won't stick to the silicone mat. Yeah, there you go. Great tip. If you want to use your silicone mat whilst using that kit, then absolutely. She also says, I love this clay. I have made a lot with it. And Joanne Hintz says, thank you for the tariff-free shop. We're doing as much as we can this end to make things nice and easy for you to shop. And as like we said, if you're shopping the Creativ range today as well, please make sure you use that code as a little bit of an added incentive, if you like. It is Creativ10, CERATIVE. We've added the E on 10, and that is going to give you 10% off anything across the shop the day page. As far as Creativ's concerned. And as you said, one more demo coming up from Sara. Just to let you know, Debbie's going to be in for like the final 20 minutes or so. She's here. She's been having a play with the Crepe Paper flowers, and she's just shown me something that she's made, actually. I think you're going to be, I think you are going to be very, very impressed with what she's been up to. So we've got about half an hour left. And then, of course, don't forget tonight, live at 5. Friday Night Live is back. All the fun, all the games, all the chances to win prizes, some great demonstrations, and all of the fun as well. But before Sara hot foots it out of the studio, I do know that she wanted to show you one final demo with the candle decorating craft kit. A lot of chat already about this in the socials as well. Details coming up on your screen here for you. Prices just here for you. So let's have a look at this, Sara, with you before you go.
Yes, no tariff on this one.
Yes.
Okay, these candle pens are made in Europe, right? So what they are is the special pens where you can colour and paint with wax. So can you see I've done one there where I've done some little flowers. I've done one where I've done some little cherries on there as well. I've done one just where it's some nice simple spots, right? But I wanted to show you how these candle pens work. So when you open this up, your candle pens are coming like this. So say I want to do the flowers.
Yeah.
We're going to take these two here, right? Now, in here, what we do is we take the top off, and then you're going to take off this here, which is the little popper piece, right? So I'm going to take off the popper piece, and I'm going to pop that in there. So now we can squeeze this, and we've got the paint coming out. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to do the same with the yellow. I'm going to wind this off, take the little topper out of here, right? Once we've got this out of here, I'm trying so hard not to ruin my nails. Somebody's at the BAFTAs on Sunday, you see, so it doesn't want to get candle paint
there we
all over
go.
the nails.
Just dropping that in, yeah, if you're on stage,
Just
picking up your
casually
trophy.
dropping that in, you know, as you would,
Yeah.
right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you now, we can just start and paint from here, and all you're doing is taking up a tiny little bit. Come on, Sarah, there it comes, right? So we're going to take a tiny little bit, and I'm just doing all of the elements of the flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to take a tiny little bit of yellow, just the tiniest amount, and pop that straight on the top.
Okay.
And you're just going to leave that to set. Oh, he's on an extreme close. No messing up now, Sarah. No messing up. Coming with the next piece. So I'm just painting one, just like paint. And you know what? You can either come straight from the pen, like I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Or you can take this onto a little paintbrush, and you could pick it up from your paintbrush and doing it from a paintbrush. Obviously, I'm just showing you live.
Yes, exactly.
Studio, so I just wanted you to see how easy it was. Now, when I did this at home, under very little pressure, and this wasn't Lily, this is me doing one on my own. Can you see? When it dries, you can rub them, and it's actually wax.
Yeah.
So it's going to work, and it means it's also safe to burn these. In fact, look at this one here. I've been burning the one that's the cherries. So you can see I've been burning this, and that's coming together lovely. Yeah, isn't that lovely? So those are your candle pens. Now we have a candle decorating kit, which has the actual candles in and the set of candle pens to go with.
Absolutely love that. $23.99, $31.99. Again, all part of the tariff-free section on our website, so do make sure you check it out. It is all there for you. We brought in the Cyanotype as well, actually, which we put out in the sun. Have we had any development on that at all?
Do you want to have a little look?
Yeah.
Right, it's had just shy of an hour. Bear in mind, in the UK, you actually want to be giving it a few hours,
Yes.
right? But look, when I lift this up, can you see? Yes, you can see it's starting to come already.
Yeah.
Those are looking really close, cool as well, right? So once I would actually going to leave that out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But then once you've done that, you're going to take that and you're going to pop in some water. Do you know what we should do? We should leave it out there till Friday Night Live.
Yes.
And then in the Friday Night Live show, I'll take it and I'll run it under the water and you can have a little look at how it's doing.
Nice.
Yeah. Let me get them lined back up.
Line that back up, yeah, and we'll do that again a little bit later on. Sarah, thank you so much. We'll see you back here for Friday Night Live, yes?
I will see you back for Friday Night Live. Be there or be square.
Must say a massive thank you to Jakob as well, who's still in the studios. Great to chat with him a little bit earlier on. We're not done, by the way. Sarah's just got to leave us a little bit earlier. We're going to come back in a few moments' time. We've got another showstopper that we want to show you, which is the crepe flowers, so we're going to be looking at those in just a few moments' time. However, this little break here will give you opportunity to get things checked out that are in your basket. So anything you've got in there, get it checked out. Remember, if you want the jewellery making kit, you're going to have to be very, very quick. Low stocks on that remaining. And also to say, anything Creativ, that code is your friend. You're going to extra 10% off when you use the code Creativ10. Put that in at checkout, an extra 10% off. It's been such a brilliant show. Get your deals now, and then we'll come back with one final demo with Debbie in about 4 or 5 minutes' time. We'll see you in a moment.
Hey you, the CC crew, you show us what to make, what to buy, how to do. Hey you, the CC crew, Ben, Sara, Craig, Debbie, Boogaloo. Hey you, the CC crew, carry on the programme as we all need you. Hey you, the CC crew, you keep us all company and we can't do without you. I thought that was really good. And I feel like I should go, wow, wow, wow.
A few weeks ago on the show, we were talking about places where all you guys lived. And we might have used Google Earth just to have a bit of a sneaky look at the village, town, or city that you lived in. And I thought it might be quite funny if I wrote a little ditty and I put on my Facebook page, where do y'all live? And I'll put your towns and cities and village into my little song. But I didn't realize that there would be about 425 responses. So I'm gonna cram as many places into this song as I can, but I won't get them all in. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. We grabbed in Lydney, Lynbrook, Launceston, Lehana, Tampa, Darlington, Almond Beach, Sedalia, Wills Point, Widnes, Wildwood, Wildham, Archer, Jackwell Lake, Walkerburn, Yate, Bay, Hesperia, Sublimity, Pinhole, Avon, Freeport, Mapleton, San Jose, Annandale, Great Bend, Detroit, Keniston. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Parachute, Paradise, Pollux, Pool, Papillion, Sheepshead Bay, St. Petersburg, Seacon, Sutton, Saturday, Bristol, Brighton, Brooklyn, Blackwell, Barnsley, Tide Squeeze, South Shields, Temple Hills and Bentley, Tampa, Villa, Tucumcari, Cary, Ottawa, Hull, Harrisburg, Lexington, Tupelo, Cincinnati, Austinburg. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Loxahatchee, Lakesville, Lawrence, Lacey, Livermore, Albuquerque, Weeki-Wachee, Pensacola, Elsmere, Mechanicsburg, Williamsburg, Rebella, Houston, Burlington, Wet Wang, Market, Drayton, Yale, Medford, Wellington, Wapakoneta, Homer, Sassa, Santa Rosa, Wichita, Honolulu, Riverdale, Melbourne, Commerce, Fentanyl. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Newton Abbey, Richmond, Dudley, Georgetown, East Kilbride, Eugene, Ferrum, Rhinebeck, Walkerstown, Newarheim, Fort Wayne, Gloucester, Chester, Long Beach, Raphael, St. Dominic's and Cloud, St. Augustine Beach, Sand Springs, Romford, Tulsa, Traverse City, Wesley Chapel, Ballarat, Medina, Rampart City. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Sawbrook, Tucson, Kissimmee, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Biloxi, Latte, Elmira, Glendale, Scottsdale, Anchorage and Hurtville, Seattle, Gold Canyon, Ipswich, Cumberland, Unionville, Toledo, Miami, Atlanta, Cleveland, Gold Canyon, Altoona, Calounda, Port Orange, Clover, Rising Sun. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. And there's a few more places I didn't manage to get into the song. West Runton, Newcastle, Kingswood, Sandbach, Carlisle, Bewdley, Albury, Durham, Springfield, Ashington. We craft in Greenville, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sumter, Oak Park, Winchester, Knapp Hill, Stoke-on-Trent, Mount Pocono, Greenville, Charlotte, Oxon Hill, Tunbridge Wells, Modesto, Haverhill, Sierra Vista, Arecibo, Morgantown, O'Fallon, Aurora, Black Forest. We craft in Hermiston, Brownsburg, Henderson, Socorro, Fort Myers, Manningham, Hilliard, Farmingdale, East Moline, Summers Point, Calgary, Charleston, Salisbury, Malden, Galloway, Fitchburg, Hopewell, Aberdeen, Winstead, Castlewood, Chatsworth, Limestone, Victoria, Willoughby, Rockland, Canton, Falmouth, Conestoga, Lyndhurst, Ashbourne and Cluj-Napoca. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being with us for this very special show, Pick of the Week. And boy, oh boy, have we had some amazing kits on this show. We've looked at the resin kit with Sara. We've looked at jewellery making with Sara. Cyanotype, I mean, my goodness me, never even heard of it before, but what an impressive craft that is. Macrame we've looked at as well. Loads of brilliant ranges from Creativ, all on the website for you. And as we said, you're looking for the blue stickered items if you're in the US for tariff-free. Best thing to do, go to the homepage, click on the tariff-free box, and it will list everything that you can shop for up to a maximum of $800 before you incur those tariffs. Just to mention again, I know you're getting the hang of this now, it's all new to us too, but anything you put into your basket which isn't in that section will then add the tariffs on, so sort of shop with caution. Thank you to Rhonda, who says, I'm looking forward to the crepe paper flowers with Debbie. Debbie's with us actually, we'll do that in just a second. And Jan message, Johnny, you'll be pleased to know, your friend Jan, she says, I've received my signed book and my crafting goodies. Can I just say a big thank you to you and all, and thank you for the signed card too, you've really made my day. Well, there you go, Jan. Well, you're welcome. Johnny says he'll see you tomorrow at the presentation. Up the balls. Right, what we did want to show you before we disappeared. Oh, by the way, newsflash just come in. Friday Night Live tonight will not have just two people on it. No. You're going to have me and Sara for the start of the show. And then Debby Robinson is in by popular demand. We've had a lot of emails in saying, look, Debbie's here. We want to see Debbie on Friday Night Live. So again, we are a company of the people and we are bringing you what you want to see. So Debbie will be here for Friday Night Live. tonight, which just means things will get very competitive. It is me, it is Sara for about the first half hour, and then Debbie taking over the reins as well. So look out, that is going to be a lot of fun tonight. Let's have a look though at the final kit that we've not really looked at just yet, which is our Crepe Paper Showstopper. And this was the most popular here actually the last time we brought this to you. 6-piece Showstopper. This one again is at a brilliant price, so £50 or $70 is all you are going to be paying here. So it should be £72, $101, and it gives you the opportunity, this first box here, to be able to make a beautiful crepe paper bouquet. So you get all of your different colours of crepe paper. You get the pens in there as well, bone folders. Of course, you've got your polystyrene balls, spritzers, and your clear glue in there. And as we've been talking about, the great thing about these Creativ Kits is you get the instructions in written form and in picture form, but you also get a QR code on the box. That means that you can scan that. It will take you straight to the Creativ website. And let me just tell you, if you've not yet been there, have a good look around. Like, you might just want to go there and see what the other ranges are, so then you can message us, and next time Jakob's in, we can get other bits and pieces from him. But it's a brilliant website, loads of inspiration. So within the Showstopper, the collection here to allow you to make the bouquet. And then your second collection, which you're going to receive, is the collection to allow you to make that beautiful wreath. And you get the ring in there again, all of the different colours of your crepe paper. Again, the glue, you've got glitter in this one as well, plus the polystyrene balls, and of course the rings to be able to attach those around. You've got also within this kit that QR code once again to take you to the inspiration on the Creativ website. The brilliant thing is though, as we've been talking about, is that you've got these shows already to reference. You've got the information and demonstration on the Creativ website, and as we continue to do shows with these, you'll have more and more information and inspiration from us as well. So there's plenty of ways for you to be able to get all of the information that you need. But let's say hello to Debbie, who I know, Debbie, let's be open and honest with our viewers. You weren't expected to be on this show.
I wasn't.
Sara asked you a little bit earlier on to do the final demo. And so this is something you're going to show us that you've not really done a lot of before, right?
It's not something that I work a lot with, crepe paper. I know back on a collection a couple of birthdays ago, 2 or 3 birthdays ago, we did the great big paper crepe flowers with the kits in there. What I love about this is everything at your fingertips.
Yeah.
It's that expert tuition as well, because I went into the office, I said, Lily, can I borrow your computer, can I have a little look? And I had a little look, and the expert tuition in taking you through the step-by-step instruction, I think is invaluable, because I'm one of those girls that I like to see a visual. And we have given you visuals in the photo, and I say we, the Creativ team. I absolutely love everything. I'm just going to show you everything though that you're getting, because look at all your crepe paper for one. Oh my goodness, these rolls, there is a lot of crepe paper on here. You're getting your stems in there, you've got your wire for your wreath, you've got your glitter, you've got your, I can never remember the name of this one. Florist wire.
Florist
wire. You're getting your glue in there. And then these, although it's instruction, it's actually for each individual petals and flowers and the foliage, darling. And literally all you will do is you would snip these up. So if I just, for example, wanted to concentrate on this middle floral, you're going to take this, Debbie, no you're not, you're going to go that side, you silly Billy. Eee, that's the way to do it, Debbie, not the other way. I can stitch that up with a bit of low tack tape. But then what you'll do is you'll cut out all of these. So whichever petal that it is you're doing, and I'm going to concentrate on this one, you literally get your scissors and you cut it out. Told you how to do that. And on the other side, you've got your instructions as well. So it's absolutely everything you need. And there's quite a lot of flowers in there. Not only that, look.
So much.
There's so much of this crepe paper that's in this bundle, and it's just down to you to choose which one you do it. Now, obviously, wanted to be a little bit, because I knew time-wise with the rest of the demos that Sara wanted to get in, so I've already preempted doing that, and we've cut those out. So these are your templates that you're going to follow. You've got your glue. Once your glue's run out, you can use any kind of clear glue gel, gel being a good one, but tacky glue, you could use your tacky glues, hot glues as well, or cold glue, you know, your cold glue. Keep back in. That's the one. Cold glue gun, hot glue Go and say it slowly, it'll come out better. And then you're just going to choose the petals and how you're going to do it. Now, it's really, really easy to do. And you know another little cool thing that they've done, the guys? They've actually put the direction of the crepe paper.
Oh, that's
so
good.
can you see here, these lines, this directional line? It's on all 3 of them. And you can see right down here at the bottom, here on the petal and here on the, and this one, there's some ovals, some circles, you'll see that as you go along, but they are the way that telling you to use your crepe paper, because if you was to cut that petal out the wrong way, you're not going to get a really good floral. So again, let's just snip a little bit of this off and take a strip. Now, a couple of ways you can do this as well, Ben, is that you could take that on, get a pencil and draw around it.
Yeah.
But we found the easiest way, and Lily agreed with you on this one, was to literally take your scissors, make sure you've got your crepe paper going in that direction, and then just follow that round and use it as a template.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's probably the easiest way to do it, because
That's
if
a
you
good
are
idea.
using a pencil, do you know what else you've got to do? Rub out all
Rub
the
it out.
lines. Yeah, and I'm like, nah, we're not going there. So again, all you're going to do is take your scissors, little snippy scissors or your other scissors, and you're going to cut those out, and it's as simple and as easy as doing that. And literally it tells you to cut 6 of those out, cut 1 of those out, cut 1 of those out, and that's exactly what we've done. So this is simply, again, another template, and this is giving you an idea on how to snip through. You don't go snip all direct, you leave at least a good, and I'll say it's probably a quarter of an inch there from the bottom to create the stamen.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. So I've got a few of these already cut out. I actually cut a few more though. I don't know about anybody else. And I did that with my first floral, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, cut all of those out, and then we're going to shape them as well. So we're going to shape all of those, because crepe paper is really good for terms of it's pliable. Pliable? Is that the right word?
Pliable is a good word, yeah.
Is it a good word, yeah? And where you just literally take them and stretch so that you can start to get. And the thing about flowers as well, I don't think any 2 flower would be the same.
There's nothing the same in nature, is there?
Exactly. When you look at nature, you don't see that with when you look at flowers, roses, peonies, they're never the same, and different shapes. And you, of course, because it is quite bendable, pliable,
mouldable.
Mouldable, that's a good word. I like that word. And then we're just going to do that with all the others as well. You could take things like bone folders, you could take things like pokey tools, all those kind of things to bring out those petals. Been loving, I'm not going to lie, Ben, you know, I was watching the show as well as doing a little bit of this myself.
What a lovely show.
Honestly,
Isn't it a
those
lovely
kits,
show?
and do you know the resin kit, the jewellery kit,
yeah.
the candle maker kit, the macrame kit, oh my life. And I can never say that word that you've got over there.
Cyanotype.
Cyanotype.
Yeah.
I love that.
But as I said in the show, the great thing is, Debbie, for creative types, you know, people who already watch us and love to make cards and, you know, scrapbook and boxes and whatnot, these are things I think that you'll all pick up very easily, because you obviously got that, you know, creative skill.
Absolutely.
So there's lots of different things that you can try out, isn't there?
Absolutely, yeah. And that's what I love about the creative guys. Now, when I worked in store, we used to have creative products in store. And I've always been a fan, always. What I love about these kits is it's like you said, it's everything at your fingertips. It's maybe a new technique you want to try. Perhaps you've never tried crepe papers before, crepe paper flowers before. You've seen the stunning work that the experts have done. Me, I'm just having a little dabble. I've just been having a little play, and I've got
really
one.
good, though.
Do you like my little cute one? That was the first one I did. Yeah. So I really do love having a play, and you do need to let the glue. This is a wet glue that you're getting in the kit, so you will we were saying you need to let the stages dry out. I will just show you first thing though. When do you know the one that we cut? I've cut them out in a couple, so I'm going to go with a more, shall we say, a lemon.
Lemon,
golden, yeah. So I'm going to put, because the ball needs to be wrapped up as well, because Debbie, guess what Debbie didn't do? So do you know what I did? I took one of our alcohol pens and I coloured it in.
Good, why not?
Because I completely didn't read the instructions, because like I said, everything is in there in terms of the instructions for you and the floral stages. This as well, just literally take it and you can roll that up, and you can actually get a little bit of texture from it as well, just by simply rolling that around. Just take care when you are doing that. And as I said, when you go onto the Creativ website, you'll see the tuition that they show online shows you all of these stages. Just being a little bit careful here because I don't want to be too heavy-handed. And you know, you all know what I'm like. I think I may have mentioned it once or twice, but it gives it a textured look. So it's a really, just a very quick, simple rubbing between your hands to get that textured look. And then take your glue, and I've got one already dried, but I'll just quickly show you. Debbie's put the glue down. There you go. Get the glue. And then you can either wrap it around the ball. I just put a thin layer across the petal there. Now it does wet, because like I said, it is a wet glue, but that's fine. Try not to do Debbie's heavy-handed. Because you know what I'm like. And then we're just going to pop that round and stretch that. Try not to be too heavy-handed again in terms of stretching. And all you're going to do is just tuck that around until it's all sealed down. And then you're going to let that dry. And once that's dry, that's your centre done. Once that's dry, you then can take your wire and literally get yourself something. Now, I've already pre-done this one, so it's all nice and dry. I've put the wire in and ready to now pop around. Now, the easiest way to do it again, don't try putting it around the ball. You need to get around the do you know that little area?
Yeah.
Some need to be doubled up. Again, it's all in your instructions. So the one that I did first was a double up one. So I actually put 2 pieces together. This one's a nice straightforward singular one. And again, you're just going to take that and again, just get the end. And then we're going to wrap it around the ball. Now, these stages do need a little bit of, you know, you need a little bit of time to get these stages together. So I'm just going to wrap that round and hold them in place. And also as well, don't try and do what I'm going to be doing now all in one go, because I think you'll probably find, as the glue is quite a wet glue, you don't want to end up with putting your petals on top of a wet stamen and so on. So and that's just literally split off with my fingers, but that's because I've got sticky residue on my fingers. You'll take your time to pop that around and get that into place. It's very warm in this studio, can I just say as well? Can I put the fan on if that's okay?
It was. I'll do it.
It's only because I can tell how hot it is. When I did this one outside, it was cooler. And I'm not having the same kind of trouble that I'm having right now with this. So again, just make sure that you do those stages. Can you see? It's like literally coming apart in my hands. But you'll just wrap that around and we'll give that a little go in a sec. Thank you, Ben. That's made a bit of a difference. Might blow me petals everywhere. Whoops.
There we go.
But yeah, you won't have that problem, and I'll probably have to cut that stamen back out. But I'll just show you how to put your, excuse me, flowers on.
Yep.
And like I said, that wouldn't happen to you. Please make sure you're not in a very hot room because we've got new lights as well. Liam was telling me we've got new lights.
I've got to be honest with you, it is roasting in here today.
Isn't it?
It's because it's so nice outside.
Open the door? Could we ask nicely if we could open the door?
We can now. I think it's because we had lots of people
the majority
around.
of people have gone home now, haven't they?
Yeah, what time is it? 3 o'clock, Friday? Definitely.
They'll be all gone. They'll be all out of the building, won't they?
Yeah, of course they will.
Now, you can, if you want, to use a hot glue gun, but can I just tell you, if you're using a hot glue gun, Debbie, a hot glue gun, please do take time with your hot glue gun to let them set. And can you also be careful with your fingers? So I'm just going to hold that into place. It might actually work to my favour now, with it being warm. But you can use your hot glue. This is a wet glue. It's not an instantly sticky, like sticks everything down instant. It is. It does require a little bit of time to set. And we were saying this when you're putting them on. And again, I'm just popping it down in that area and then just wrapping around the bottom of the ball part. So if I turn that around, you're just wrapping around the bottom of the ball. And I'm going to do that with all of my petals, so to speak.
We can say hi to Mary Pat, who's joined us towards the end of the show. She says, good morning, everyone from sunny Montana. And Amanda Hubbard says, hello to my favourite Debbie.
Oh!
It's lovely to see you on today, and it's always a pleasure to see you, says Amanda.
Oh, thank you, Amanda. That's really kind.
Yeah, you're a favourite Debbie.
Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. Thank you very much. I've been here all day, haven't I? I've been here all week, actually.
She has been here all week.
I have, yeah. Apart from yesterday.
Apart from yesterday.
Yeah.
This morning, 60-minute deals. Well, that feels like it was yesterday.
That feels like that was yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And she's back tonight as well, as I say, by popular demand, because she is your favourite Debbie, Amanda. We have booked her just for you tonight for Friday Night Live to be on TV. Team YouTube for the games tonight. We've got all the fun of the fair.
Oh, I'm looking. I love Friday Night Live.
It's a good show, isn't it?
It is a good show.
Great way
yeah.
to end the week.
It is. And then this is all you're going to keep on doing. You're just going to layer those each, like I said, this is not something you would be rushing. I didn't have to rush this like my first flower that I did. I've been able to take my time, but you do need to let those stages set. And a case of pinching it together, pinch it around the ball. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Let me just get my fingers around that ball and I'll put all the petals back on.
Okay. Trudy just says, Debbie's tagline, what am I like? I love it. Yes, her famous catchphrase. Just whilst we're watching Debbie as well, don't forget all these kits that we've brought to you on this show that we're showing you tariff-free, which is brilliant for our US viewers. They are all there listed on the tariff-free section of our website. You can spend up to $800 before that tariff kicks in. And just to say as well, anything else that you do pop into your basket that is not in that tariff-free section will affect that. So just be mindful of when you're shopping. But we've listed everything for you, hundreds of your favourite craft products in our tariff-free section on the web. And like I say, we've got about another 10 minutes or so left on the show, and then it's me and Sara and Debbie tonight on Friday Night Live.
I had done one with both of you before. Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that.
Sara and Debbie on one show together, it's going to be chaos. I know it. I know it. It'll be like the time Katia came in, trying to control those two over 2 hours. My goodness me.
Now, when you obviously, I could add some more petals. I mean, the secret to this is to make sure you let the stages dry. This is a wet glue, so obviously we're demonstrating live in studio, but you need to let those stages dry. So I personally would pop a couple of leaves on, let come back, and then, because I know I could have used the hot glue gun, Ben, but you know what I'm like with hot glue. I don't trust myself. But yeah, and then you can build up and you can shape, and I'll do it with the one that's all dry, and I am going to add a couple of more to fill my flower out. So I'm going to add a few more petals around to fill that flower out, because I'm conscious of the time and I just want to make sure. And obviously you'd have a little bit more of the middle on yours because, as you saw, mine literally came apart in my hands. But this one's fairly dry now. And literally once you've got these petals, you can still shape. So you can go in and shape and use glitter, because you have the glitter pot. Now, do you know when I first curled it up, the stamen, and I'll just show you for a second, because I didn't do it with this one, but when you first curl them up, and I've got a few more here, I'll just bring you this one in for a second just to show you what I mean. But literally, take this out once you've rolled it up, because it's best to do it whilst it's at this stage. So I'm just going to, I'll trust it to be a long one. Let me just bring this back because it's one of the bigger flowers, but I'm just going to show you as though it was one of the stamens. When you roll that up, literally roll that up again and just bring it in. You could use a quilling tool if you wanted to use a quilling tool, but to be fair, it's just as quick as anything just to roll it. You can shape it as well afterwards, but get your glue, pop a bit of glue onto your mat, dip your ends in, pick up it all, so it's like swishing it around, making sure it's gone onto all the pieces, and then get your pot. Now you can put the I'm going to end up with the glitter everywhere. I know what I'm like, so I'm going to pinch that together,
dip it in,
and then just dip that in.
Beauty.
And then you've got your lovely glittered ends. Can you see on your stamen? And it looks absolutely beautiful. Can we go in close with that, Jamie? Just so, is it that? Yeah, can you see? So all of those ends have now got a beautiful glitter.
Brilliant.
Please do let that dry. So just put that somewhere where it'll dry, because obviously when you start to roll it around, you want that to be dry as well. So I think the important thing to remember is, as much as we want to speed processes up sometimes, I think it's nice and easy to remember, especially when you're using a wet glue, and I'm just going to put that back on because I know what I'm like. and the top as well to the glue. Yeah, because the glue is a great glue. It's a good sticky glue as well, as you saw. But yeah, just make sure you do them in stages and don't rush the process. And then you can end up literally, once you've made all of your flowers, because there's different flowers in that kit, just that kit alone, not the other kit. You've got the other kit in there as well, what you're seeing on there. It's a massive showstopper because there's 2 kits in there. And once you've made your different florals, and then your different shapes, and maybe add more petals onto one, less petals on another, even though it gives you a recommendation, you'll create a different look, which is what you can see on that beautiful wreath over there. I don't know if Jamie can get in close to show that, but that wreath is stunning. And when you get up and close, you see from all the different kinds of flowers. And then look at the work of art in that vase. That is sensational. And these are the things that you're going to be able to do because you've got that kit at your fingertips. You've got the expert tuition in the kit, but also the expert tuition in the form of a video, which I found invaluable in terms of doing those stages. And I loved making this. I'm like, get me that kit now, I want to play with it more.
Well, listen, you can grab yours, details on your screen right here, and as Debbie said, you've got the tuition there via the QR code on the front of the box. And look at everything we've covered off in this show. Resin making, how amazing was that? I know that's sold out now, but hopefully we'll get some more of those resin kits back in stock. Jewellery making, you can take part in. The Cyanotype, how amazing was that? We will have a look at the finished Cyanotype later on in Friday Night Live. We popped it back out in the sunshine, so you'll see that a little bit later on. We have done the crepe flowers, of course, with Debbie. We've looked at macrame as well. It's been such a brilliant show, and this is what you're going to get with these Creativ Kits: an opportunity to try lots of different crafts that you might not have tried before, although you may have tried them before. As we were hearing earlier on, people saying, oh, you know, I tried macrame back in the 70s, back in the 80s. The opportunity for you to kind of rekindle the love for a craft that maybe you left behind somewhere in time. Everything is on the website for you. If you want to look at the Creativ website as well, feel free to do that and message us in, suggest other kits that perhaps you want Sara to get from Jakob to bring next time he is back. But just to say a massive thank you to Debbie for popping in for the last half hour there. Also, of course, massive thank you to Sara and to Jakob as well, who was with us a little bit earlier on. Hopefully you've seen something that you've loved in this show. Make sure you get it in your basket and get it checked out. We'll be back in just over an hour's time. Don't forget, Friday Night Live. We've got games, we've got prizes, we've got fun, we've got Win Your Basket, we have got your Friday Night Faves. Oh, it's going to be a jam-packed show, and it's double trouble tonight as well because you've got Sara and Debbie for the first half hour. Make sure you're here. It's going to be a lot of fun. But from us for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you in a bit. Bye for now.